Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Annabelle Ivaya. I am an intuitive mentor and astrologer. Hi, it's the 17th of January as I record this. I've tried to record a few times this week, and this is the day that it's going to work. So I have a few transit as part of the astrological changes that we're going through right now to be sharing with you all. I want to pick a card from my deck to see what are the energies of this coming week. I follow a lot of astrologers, of course, myself. And there's big things energetically this coming week. So let's see. Let's see what spirits wants us to know about this week. So if you don't know who I am, welcome, welcome. You can subscribe, you can share this video if you feel that it's helping. I'll probably do a meditation at the end because that's part of my signature uh energy to always share some meditations to help us move through everything. Healing Wave. So this is the card that I picked for all of us here on the channel. Anyone that's going to watch now or later, it doesn't matter. Healing is a non-linear journey that needs presence, compassion, and trust. Embrace this sorry. Embrace this healing wave. Allow your newly discovered soul layer to shine. This is very interesting because yeah, I will share, as I usually do, a bit of my personal journey because I feel it helps understanding how certain people can experience the energies. And I'm hoping that you're gonna get a lot from it. So, healing wave, yeah. So, we are at a time right now where we're wrapping up the year of the snake as far as Chinese years go. And now that we are ending that, it's not like the new year, super exciting, everything is perfect kind of energy. It's more, well, right now we're feeling a bit like a culmination of what we have experienced so far and what we're supposed to head somewhere, right? Our soul has a bigger plan. And when we have this bigger plan, at the soul level, it's pretty clear. But here on earth, with the limitations, the trauma, the blocks, life circumstances, we don't have always access to this higher plan. And when we don't, sometimes we feel like whether we're in standstill, nothing moves, whether we're getting frustrated because we want something to open and it doesn't open. Sometimes we feel like we're just reliving the same day over and over again. And this energy is not for you to kind of put it as bad necessarily because it's never black and white. And when I channeled those cards, Healing Wave card was definitely something about, it's not linear. When I speak with my clients about the healing journey that all of us are going through, when we are aware that there is a better path for us, but we just need to follow our heart. It doesn't mean that the path is easier. We're just more aware of the steps. And sometimes it's one step forward, five steps back, right? We don't know. And instead of seeing like you're hiking from the bottom of the mountain up, then you can maybe see that you're gonna go around the mountain because it's very rare that you're gonna go to the steepest part of the mountain right up, right? And that's how the healing journey. So I'm seeing it like a spiral like this because sometimes we're going to revisit things from the past. And I think a lot of us in the last couple years, at least since 2020, we've been experiencing a lot of this energy. Like, okay, well, have I not healed that part already? Have I not let go of all of this happiness already? Like, what's happening? Like, just last night and this morning, I have very old stories from like my adolescence at school and like old partners of like 20 years ago. It just like it comes back to my awareness. It moves through, but I'm feeling there's a convergence of timelines, which then creates us as humans like we feel like it's like hard to know which timeline is ours at this point. And I can speak from experience in the last few months, at least a year now. I had so many projects that I wanted to birth, and they were not born through me at the moment I wanted them to. And it was frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. It was not easy because I felt defeated. I felt like all of the energy I was putting in projects and things I wanted to do, like it's like somebody was coming and taking the rug under my feet and it would fall on my on my rear and just be like, all right, I'll start over with something new. I'll start over with something else. And I mean, I have a lot of fire in my natal chart, so I'm okay with starting things, and I love to start new things, and I get excited when there are changes because I have lots of mutable energy in my chart. Not everybody has that, but I do. So the more changes, the better I feel, the more alive I feel. Let's put it that way. But in the last year, and it's probably because of Saturn, it's also because I had a square with Neptune for a while, which is still happening. And all of these energies, it's because they were slowing me down. And when I'm forced to be slowed down, it's like, oh, it really doesn't feel comfortable. And in the last week or so, I've been called to embrace the present moment. And in a way that I've never really understood it, it's like I could sit outside and be like, wow, the air is crisp. I feel like I can breathe more. And I feel like there's a stillness I haven't touched that much, even though I'm in the woods right here. I'm not in a big city right now at all. So it's not because there's so much noise around me. It's more like my mind was able to get to the quietest place I've ever experienced. And I could connect to a frequency that was just expanded, just beautiful. And I was so happy. It was a week ago that I t connected to this energy. And then a couple hours after, I got like hit by emotions and I have a lot of water in my chart, so I'm used to have to feel emotions. I mean, if you want to know how to navigate emotions, call me up. Because I had to learn it. Because I repressed them so long. There I was like, there's no more lid. And I think it's also the 40s. I'm in my 40s. I think the people in their 40s, we don't have lids anymore. But so that's what I want to tell you. And as we move out of the year of the snake, we will embark on a journey with the fire horse in Chinese in the Chinese calendar. That's in February. And with that, we have two bigger outer planets, two of the outer planets like moving from Pisces, the end of the zodiac, into Aries at 0 degrees, which I keep listening to astrologers and they say that it hasn't happened for like thousands of years. I thought so it's something big. And it's the two planets that will ask us to become the spiritual warrior that we have trained to be. When I look at the 14 years of Neptune and Pisces that will be ending in just 9 days from today when I'm recording this, this means that we experience a lot of guru energy in the last 14 years. Maybe like me, you connected with a lot of different spiritual teachers and healers and Reiki masters and read a bunch of books and watched so many videos and just got to like experience a lot of things. I think in the last few years, at least for me, it's been okay, yeah, you've connected to all of this, but it doesn't mean because it's a spiritual teacher that this is your truth and that what they say is your path. So we are being asked to claim our power from what people around us or even those that are here to support us are sharing with us because empowerment goes from it activates when you realize that there's no one outside of you that knows more of your truth. And it's hard because we're so used to ask a doctor for our health and ask a psychologist for our mental health and then ask a psychic for something that we want to know the answer for and ask, all of the people around us because we're not sure what direction to take. And I'm not saying that we can't do that anymore. I think it's sovereignty will be enforced through us when we will be able to say, okay, this is your perception. I'm going to go back to me now and see if that is aligned or not with me. Because the healing wave, that's what it does. It gives you access to a truth that you didn't have access to before. For me, with all of the Neptunian energy in modern astrology, I, as am Pisces sun, I am ruled by Neptune. So there's that. There's also Jupiter with the traditional astrology. So for me, those planets, now that the whatever is happening with the planets since a few months, at least a year, I would say, it's been really like I've been disillusioned about what I wanted from life and what was possible. And it's like I had dreams and I felt like people were just putting them in the garbage. Like I was like, what happened with this beautiful thing I was trying to create, And it was hard. It was hard on my belief in my higher power and in the universe supporting me and my guides being there. It's like I felt so many triggers about okay, so what does that mean that all these things are happening and that nothing is working out for me at this time? And I know it's like I'm not complaining through that process. I'm really explaining to you how it felt. Not because I have the truth for everyone. I have my own truth and you will have yours, and please take what resonates. But for me, it felt so confusing because I felt I had a path and then I couldn't go there. So I was like, okay, well, then what's my path? And then I had to wait till the path would show up. And then I felt like I didn't have a say. And I know that's there's some people that work a lot with the energies of the planets. Saturn, the North Node, all of that, it's the North Node is in Pisces right now. That's my sun sign. So it's like me going into that energy. Also, Saturn has been there and creating like a maturity within us about this part of our sky. So wherever Saturn was for you was in the Pisces part of your sky as well as Neptune. If you want to know more, message me so that we can look into your chart one-on-one. But for me, it's that's been like, okay, so I can have a healing wave that will be coming back and forth all the time. I'm not saying it will be always like that. I think we're gonna heal until we move through another incarnation, if it's just me. But when I realize that it's not by overthinking, it's not by trying so hard to find a solution, it's not by knocking at everybody's door to get my answers that things will unfold for me, that created so much more expansion. And I think that's why, in moving, that's why I was connecting to this expansiveness in the air the other day. And yes, I will be having emotions because I'm grieving the parts of myself that I'm leaving behind. I had a project of maybe going back to social work in the last few months, and all of the doors have closed on me. And I was a social worker for 17 years. So I was like, how is that even possible? But then again, I'm like, well, take a step back. Do you want to push? Is the universe just telling you, can you just let that go? That was you who you were before. And I chose that path back in October 2025, starting that process because I was like, well, maybe that's going to like help me connect with clients in a different way. Maybe I can just expand my business and offer counseling now. Like it was just, adding, expanding, and seeing where it was gonna go. And all of the doors just closed on me. So I had at some point so many blocks and I was spending money and it was not giving me anything in exchange. And I was like, okay, now I have to wait to stop because I'm first getting depleted because every time I'm like, okay, it's gonna work out, and I get excited, and then nope, it's not working. And I get, as I said earlier, a lot of my projects did that this year. So it was really at some point detaching completely from anyone. And I know that when I do that, a lot of people around me don't understand. They're like, well, why do you not tell me what's happening? Why you don't give me news? I want to chat. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. There's nothing new. And I need to go back to me because otherwise I'm like pulled with whatever people think I should be doing and the potential, options for me. And I'm like, I don't need anyone to fix that. A path is going to open. I just need to let it open for me, right? And I've been really working with the mystic inside of me, the oracle inside of me. That's practice I would really invite you to do if you're into that type of thing. Connecting your dreams with what you're experiencing, spending a time of inner connection with your heart every day. I do that morning and night for about 10 days now, and it's been very supportive. And I also have beautiful friends I can count on now that can listen to me, not trying to fix things for me. So I want that for all of you too. But at least if you're sitting with you and you're just allowing your intuition to guide you, then you remember you're not on this path alone. And you can take oracle cards. You can take my cards. The information will be below if you want those. You can take anyone that you feel compelled to. That will be supporting us as we move forward. Because then it's us with us. That's where, as I said earlier, that's where we are embodying the spiritual teacher inside of us. It's not looking outside of us anymore. So this is just the intro. Um, as far as what's happening right now, whenever you're gonna watch this, you're gonna be in the energy of the new moon in Capricorn. It's the first new moon of the year and the only new moon before we start the eclipse season in February. First eclipse being in Aquarius mid-month, approx. I'll talk more about that when we get there. So it's a lot of energy right now in Capricorn, which will be moving into Aquarius, which will be touching Pluto in Aquarius. So we're gonna see a lot of changes in the next few weeks and days. Um, so if you're watching this around or close to the new moon, I invite you to really go with what do you want to see that this time, knowing it's going to be unfolding in the next 6 months. So trust yourself, see what could be the best outcome for you, and just make it like I know that I have the power to create that in my life because that's where I'm at now. And the universe, the rest is going to be your higher self showing you the path moving forward to these different things you will have written down for your list of things that you want to manifest. So that's a great thing to think about right now. We also have on the 19th Mars trining Uranus, so we could have some news, some sudden changes, Venus is going also to be trining because Venus is in Capricorn. It's sextiling, that's a positive aspect, with Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. And Venus is also trining Uranus in Taurus. That's a positive little element here. And then we have Mars also, like it's like we have Mars and Venus and the Sun, right? They're really close to each other, which is quite unusual to see. And that's going to like move. They're all gonna be moving together into Aquarius and then Pisces and then um Aries, which is very, very rare that it happens over a few months like this. So that'll be interesting to see. So set intentions for this time being and see how it's going to be supporting you moving forward. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so Saturn really wants us to be the mature version of ourselves, the best version of ourselves. That's why when we have transit where Saturn is transiting, which will be Aries starting February, I think it's the 20th that Saturn and Neptune are together in at the 0 degree point of Aries. That will be the next couple years for Saturn and the next 14 years for Neptune. So this is where Saturn is wanting us next to be mature, to be responsible, to look after our things. And depending which planets you have there, it could be more or less complicated. It will depend on your own chart. Um, so yeah, that's a good, great, interesting point. We have this Mercury Cazimi. That's when Mercury and the Sun are really close to each other. That will be on the 21st of January. Usually what happens with that is like Mercury is the messenger, right? So you might get some news, some information, some new ideas. Also, because it's in Aquarius that they meet, that will be also kind of a shift because we just have a few more days in the sign of Capricorn now. Then Pluto is gonna be there's gonna be a Cazimi. So the Pluto will be super close to the Sun at 3 degrees of Aquarius on the 23rd of January. So that will also create a bit of like energy. Pluto wants transformation, it wants truth. It's a very deep sign, so a planet. So we could see a destructuring or reconstructuring, we'll see, or both of some of the power, the collective power, how things are being played out in our reality. We could see changes there. It's like a big reconfiguration of everything. Um, Yeah. So Neptune will enter Aries on the 26th of January. That will be very potent. So if you're wanting to learn more about astrology and connect with me, I do know how a have a group that is called Astro Healing, and it's on Facebook, and I come once live to talk about the transit a bit more than I do here for now. And I ask, and then after that, we have a healing session about whatever I feel like is more suitable for us to like expand into, gain some momentum, gain some alignments for what's to come. It will be on the day of the 26th when Neptune is entering Aries at the 0 point degree. So if you're interested in doing and checking that out, I will put the link below so that you can join. And I will be doing more tutorials here. I just need to get to it so that you can maybe I'm gonna create a playlist so that those that are more interested in astrology can kind of find their chart and look at what the things I'm talking about so that it's easier for you to follow if you're visual like me. So, yeah, so we're gonna see what meditation we could do together. I feel as we are embodying the waves of healing, as the card was saying earlier, it could be good to just breathe and see how we can just settle and maybe taking a bit of distance with what we've been experiencing. Because sometimes it's like, you don't see the forest because you're too close to one tree, right? So like taking a bit of perspective is always good. And creating space in our mind, like clearing the mind so that the insight can come in a little bit easier. Because if your mind, like I said a lot of times in my courses, if your mind is super busy, if you're always doing something, if you never let any time where you're not doing anything to receive messages, it will be very hard for your guides and your higher self to like drop things. They might also do it anyway, but you might not even catch the message because you're too busy. So we're going to clear a bit the mind and see what happens. So you can now just take a moment to settle down. If you want to close your eyes, you can. Just remember that I usually sing during those sessions. So if you're not understanding the language I'm using, just know those are frequencies. They're going to support you healing more deeply and connecting more with yourself. All right, lovely souls. So, just getting ready here. So when you're ready, I'm inviting you to close your eyes. Slowly breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Allowing the energy that is in your heart to bubble up and to come out of your heart chakra in the middle of your chest to really wrap itself around you. This is your own heart's frequency. It's the purest frequency of love that we all hold. Whatever color you see attached to this energy will be your own. So breathe in and out. Relax into this space. Remember that you are safe in this moment as we ask your guides and higher self to come closer to you. And we ask beautiful Gaia to magnetize you onto this planet so that you stay connected to her frequency. She's been experiencing a lot of changes, and we also have, so we will be attuning ourselves to our planet's frequency as well as our soul frequency today. Breathe in again and out, allowing your heart to expand into the most magnificent light all around you. You're now in the bubble of light of your own heart frequency. And this bubble of protection, this bubble of alchemy will help you and your energy center to let go of anything that doesn't serve you in this moment. So we're going to start with any fears, any doubts, any worries you might hold in any of your chakra or energy centers. Breathe through it. Breathe in and out, allowing the energy within you to feel more at ease as your breath becomes this beautiful, magnificent mechanism of healing that you have access to anytime you like. Breathe in and out. And now we're replacing the worries, the stress, the insecurities by the light of your higher self, which is close to you now, pouring beautiful light inside of these energy centers or wherever it needs to go. Expand your heart to be receptive to what is coming for you. And we're gonna connect to our physical body, receiving the light from your higher self now, cleansing the thoughts from your mind, relaxing the mental activity, the bloodstream if you have any headaches, the pressure behind the eyes, in the ears, in the jawline. Breathe in and out. This light is coming into your neck and throat, relaxing the muscles. You can move your head left and right and your shoulders to just help with the release. And then the light is coming into your chest, both of your shoulders, relieving you from any weight that you've been carrying that isn't yours to carry no more. Breathe in and out. Sense that there's more beautiful energy that move through your head until your chest now. The energy is not stuck anymore because you are breathing out any stagnant energy or anything that you do not have to hold on to anymore. Even if you don't see or don't feel exactly everything that I'm sharing, just know the energy is working its magic through you. Now the energy and the light you're receiving from your higher self is going into both of your arms until it reaches the very tip of your fingers. And then it goes into your chest area, your upper back, your middle back, your stomach, and all of your belly. Breathe. Breathe out any type of pressure about perfectionism, pressure you put on yourself to know what's next for you when you don't, pressure that others put on you to be a certain way, pressure that you received from your parents that could play in the background in your subconscious. Anything that is in the unseen that could interfere with your energy level, cleansing it through your energy field with your breath. We're going to stay in the belly region to let go of any trauma, any stuck energies, cutting ties with anyone that is not serving your highest good, removing any hooks from your ancestors that you're carrying from your hips or your lower back, allowing you to move more freely in this incarnation, energetically, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Breathe in and out. The energy is also going to go through all of your belly, your hips, both of your legs and feet. And now let the energy that I'm going to be channeling remove any blocks, any stagnant energy, energetic cords, hexes, anything that could interfere with your path so that you can claim your power back, so that you see more clearly with your eyes, hear more clearly with your ears, speak more of your truth with your throat, expand your heart chakra more so that you're seeing through the eyes of your heart what is good for you or not, trusting your gut feeling, allowing your digestive system to inform you of anything that is not serving you. And I ask that your hormonal system, as well as all of the parts of yourself, is being rebalanced so that you receive more of the vitamins of what you are drinking and eating from the sun, from anything you touch and come across. Breathe in and out and allow this light language to support you now. Breathe in and out. Sense the stillness that you have been able to bring closer to you now. Feel that you can breathe in this stillness and anchor it in the cells of your body. Anchor it in all of your energy centers in your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Allow the energy that flows through you to feel aligned. Feeling you can receive insight now. You will be able to see the signs. You will be able to feel what is right for you. And you will walk a path of least resistance because there is no more pushing, forcing anything that is not yours. What you seek is seeking you. It's only a matter of you aligning to the frequency of what you are calling in. Noticing when you are pushing against the wall, when you need to take a step back, when you need to go back to yourself because you're filled with interferences from the society, from what's going on in the world, from your loved ones, from people you talk to. Knowing when you have to practice spiritual healing, spiritual cleanses so that you go back to you. Your truth is always inside of you, but your alignment is what makes it easier for you to connect to it and to receive the messages. Breathe in and out. Now sense and feel that there is a beautiful energy that is new that can come inside of you now. Now that you've let go of weights that weren't yours to take, of worries that were not even suitable for what you're experiencing and that didn't serve you in the end, old stories, ancestral wounds, or anything else, you have more space for the frequency of abundance, for the frequency of healing, for the frequency of your truth to come back in. Allow it to be shared with you however it comes to you. You might sense and feel a shower of energy. You might sense and feel like you're a sponge and just absorbing all of the beautiful energy around you, knowing that this is being done in alignment with your higher self, which knows that you are ready for the next chapter. You might have more things to shed as we move forward, but you will remember when to go back to your center. Take time to breathe in this energy and exhale, just to be one with this energy that is yours. You are energy, and when you cleanse and realign to your frequency, more of your truest vibration can come in. Breathe in and out, allowing any insight to be shared with you now. It could be an image, one word, a sentence, a feeling. Allow yourself to connect to your heart again. Place both of your hands on your heart, remembering that you are safe in this moment and that you can always go back to this space of expansive energy. Sense and feel that you're whole again. Breathe in and out. When you're ready, you can wiggle your toes, fingers, get stretch. We ask beautiful Gaia to magnetize your feet onto the planet again. Feel heavily being connected to the earth. Ask her to bring the grounding energy through your legs, into your knees, your hips, your belly, your chest, both of your arms, your head. Breathe in and out. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Let me know in the comments how this meditation was. And if there was anything that I shared that resonated with you, I always love to hear from you. I have a beautiful new offer of 3 sessions that is called Wholeness Embodiment. So if that's something that you're interested in knowing more about, you can message me, email me, or go to my website, annabelleivaya.love. What else? Yeah, I'm really excited for the changes that will come. It will be a different year, definitely. And I'm just recalling that one of my beautiful clients said to me, "Hey, you said that this year and your newsletter was going to be difficult." No, it will be different, not difficult. All of you are doing amazing on your healing journey. You're expanding. Like the clients that I see really often and that I can see grow is just such an amazing, powerful place to be, to see how much more of your truth you anchor, how much more of the power you hold and that you gifts that you've connected to at first you can embody and use in your daily life. I'm just so blown away about everything that you're doing, and using astrology with all of you is just so amazing because then, oh yeah, it makes me like I understand myself better, like Kit did for me. So I'm looking forward to connecting with any one of you that would love to have a session or multiple sessions. Remember, I have one-on-one sessions, one-on-one readings for astrology. I have this 3 package with Wholeness Embodiment and the 12-week program that you can extend until 6 months as well, if that's what you prefer. So, love to hear from you on this note, and then a big hug, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, beautiful soul.